Hey everyone, Christina Del Rey with your weekly forecast for November 22nd, 2020. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and please share. Thank you so much. Hello Aries. So Aries, this week we start out with Venus moving into Scorpio. So for you, this happens in a part of the chart that has to do with the 8th house, which is other people's money, deep intimacy, and spiritual abilities. So Venus has to do with our relationships. It also has to do with our values and also our money too. So this might be a good placement for you. If you are in a relationship right now, you could be really craving deep intimacy. You could be craving, digging really deep in a relationship and connecting with somebody on a soul level. Like nothing else will do. You want to know everything. You want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then Friday, Venus goes and makes a opposition to Uranus in your second house. So this might be like a surprise with money. This could be a surprise where somebody comes in and, you have an opportunity to make money. Or maybe you just, maybe money just, maybe somebody literally hands you money. That could happen too. And there could also be a surprise in a relationship too. How I said that you'd be digging deeply and, looking at secrets, and maybe something surprises you in that area. Maybe too, this is something that just all of a sudden becomes crystal clear. Maybe, you were dealing with other people's money, or maybe somebody wasn't being completely truthful to you. And then all of a sudden, you're able to see the truth, and maybe that message comes to you, or maybe the truth is revealed and then you have clarity on it and it inspires you. Like maybe you just couldn't see things clearly before, but now they're very clear. Maybe they confided a secret in, to you, and, though it was surprising, you feel really good that they confided this in you. But whatever it is, it feels like it's very freeing, very liberating. It's kind of like balancing, and this area of the chart too has to do with self-esteem. So it's almost like when you find out whatever you're supposed to find out in your relationship, when you're digging deeply and you find out those things, it might actually free you and make you feel better about yourself, if that makes sense. Like almost like, you have a new trust with this person. On Monday, we have Neptune trining Mercury in the same part of the sky. So Neptune is actually in your 12th house of karmic endings, behind the scenes, our mental thoughts, like our subconscious thoughts. And this is making a beautiful trine to the 8th house. So don't be surprised if you get messages from the other side. You could get a message from spirit leading you in a certain direction. You could get a message from somebody who has crossed over. Pay attention to those things. That is a big possibility right now. Something that's, kind of giving you the green light to go ahead with something. They're giving you a sign, an indication, something that's happening here. This can also be development of spiritual abilities as well. This could be some kind of ending, some kind of secret ending, that's maybe good. It could have to do with on Saturday we have Mercury sextile Jupiter Pluto. So Jupiter Pluto have been hanging out in a part of the sky for you that has to do with your career, and Mercury is going to sextile. So sextile means there's an opportunity there somewhere. So there could be a money opportunity here with your career, or this could be an opportunity to communicate something, maybe a presentation, or maybe you're working on something that has to do with, communication, and it's going to make you look really good to the bosses, or whatever the opportunity is, you need to take it, especially if it's a money making opportunity, because this is the eighth house after all. So if that comes along, that is something that you want to look at very closely. And then on Saturday as well, Neptune turns direct in your 12th house. So connecting with the spiritual, connecting with source, or being very creative. Neptune is music as well. So maybe you are starting to create more music, or you're starting to create something that is more on a spiritual level, or more than just on a thought level, but more on like a inspirational level. Maybe you become more inspired by something. It's almost like you're channeling it rather than it coming from you. It's almost like it's coming from spirit, and it's making you feel really inspired and really creative and really nice, and very hopeful too. And we all need some hope right now, right? Would also want to tell you too, we are in the eclipse portal. The eclipse doesn't actually happen until November 30th, but we feel it sometimes 10 days before, 10 days after, and the effects can last up to 6 months. So I'll dive a little deeper into it next week, but you should know that it's happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with learning skills, like vocational skills. It also has to do with signing contracts. It has to do with siblings, cousins, and neighbors and neighborhoods, and travel of some kind. So there's some kind of ending here, some kind of culmination happening for you, or some kind of emotional high point. This can even be some kind of recognition happening. So, be on the lookout for that, because that's, eclipses, we only have so many eclipses a year. And this is one of two that we have left, and this one is an ending, where the one in December is a new beginning. So just be aware of that. But it looks like a good week, Aries, and join me next week when I talk more about the eclipse.